Did you know that cursive writing is making a comeback in elementary schools? Well, that's good news for a little Tennessee company that's celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. The Musgrave Pencil Company in Shelbyville has stood the test of time and technology as a leading manufacturer of the good old-fashioned wood case pencil. The first practice of writing to record language goes back to about 3200 BC. While technology has affected the ways people have written since then, arguably the most reliable writing instrument is still the time-tested wood case pencil. Since 1916, the Musgrave Pencil Company in Shelbyville has been a leading producer. More than 500,000 pencils a day in various colors, shapes, and designs. It all began when founder James Rayford Musgrave started milling cedar wood slats for sale to German pencil makers. He devised a plan to provide local farmers with modern wire fencing in exchange for their cedar fence rails.
Cedar is a fairly straight-grained, soft wood with a natural oil in it, cedar oil, of course, and it made just a really premier pencil.
Henry Hewlin now heads the company his grandfather started, a company that's made its own complete pencils since the early 1920s. Just like the old days, the process starts with wooden slats, now often imported from places like California. So how did they get the lead inside the wood? First, let's get something straight. Pencils do not contain lead.
And never has been. It's a mixture of graphite and clay. And that's an interesting process unto itself, because the more graphite you have and the less clay, the softer the pencil will write.
A diamond cutter puts 9 grooves into each slat. Grooves that are half the width of the graphite cores, which go in next with some glue. An identically grooved top slat is glued on, and the unit goes into a press. Here, each side of the sandwich passes through a set of cutters to give it its ultimate shape.
Then you wind up with what we call a raw pencil that's hex or round or flat or whatever shape we're cutting, that is then ready to be painted in some future date.
The next step, painting, is more involved than one might imagine. 5 to 9 thin coats must be applied to each pencil.
Mostly we're selling a surface to be printed on, and a lot of thin coats, as most cases, are better than 1 or 2 thick coats of paint.
After paint, some pencils will get printing on their sides. Either way, the final phase is tipping. First, a machine indents the end of the pencil so it receives a metal band called a ferrule. Then an eraser goes into the ferrule, which is crimped to hold everything together. Now at this station, they start with pencils with erasers on each end, and well, here's what happens. Actually, they're cut in half and pre-sharpened to make short pencils favored at the golf course. In addition to the standard number 2, Musgrave turns out large quantities of flat carpenter pencils. These are shipped to building supply houses and even box stores like the Home Depot. Advertising and designer pencils have greatly boosted the business here at Musgrave. Machines like this one use special foils to turn out a myriad of multicolored designer pencils that are sold to stores nationwide. So after a century of operation, business is still good for Musgrave, a little company that once earned Shelbyville the name Pencil City, still making its mark in a quickly changing high-tech world. What's more, Henry Hewlin wants to ensure a place for the low-tech Tennessee-made pencil, at least for another century or so. You think you guys will be making pencils another 100 years?
Well, we're planning on it. I don't think I'll be around to watch them, but I'm going to be here a few more years, and I think there's a place for the wood case pencil from now on.